The next thing is the assets, which is basically, understanding what your assets are. Your assets are yourself, you and your experience. Before you make any money, you have to understand what do you uniquely bring to the table, kind of like a resume. And you take things that you know, even things you may not think of as particularly valuable, but that you know, write those things down. Create a unique you. And I know it sounds like Dr. Phyllis or something like that, but you must create a unique you. And use your storyline, combine it with what your skills are to basically formulate a you that people, to kind of put your celebrity status at, kind of. Your sponsor and their team is an asset. That's an asset for you. And I put theirs in, but really your sponsor, the team around you should be an asset, and their sponsor may be a part of that team. And when I say team, I'm thinking of like maybe 4 or 5 people. This website will probably turn into, and if not turn into, I'll create another website that talks about the Onyx team. And I don't even know if I'm going to keep that name, but it'll be a team of people that I'll talk to throughout my downline. And I will use this to kind of help refer people to help build that aura, so this helps you. The Empower Network system itself, I know I do a lot to add videos and stuff, but this system really stands on its own. And what David Wood and David Sharp, the two Davids have done is very remarkable, and the program really sells itself. And then, once again, bring this all together, all these elements and factors and their collective experience and successes, you will be able to pull from. So let's move on. The step 5 or 4 is the process. Your goal is to call them and start a conversation. And once you start that conversation, it may not necessarily be about business. Now, I'm not talking about small talk and then jumping in, join my business, or I'm doing something. No. You want in this conversation to assess where they're at in life, what they're doing, what they're on. Now, the closer you know these people, the more you already know. And maybe a less of this type of conversation you have to have. However, it's important for you to find the opportunities to inject what you can create value for them and help them out with. And then this may be life goals, problems, segue into the conversation about what you're doing or what you're on right now, and then move on from there. If you're not making money anymore right now, mention that you're excited about it, and mention the people you're meeting and what you're doing, and get them to join along. Like I said, this is minimum risk, so you're not risking friendships or anything. Gauge their interest. If they're not interested, place them on a 6-month check-in list. And then once you have, move much more further along. And then also, by the way, get some referrals. Maybe some people they know you don't know. You ever heard of Facebook, like Friends of Friends Network? Yeah. And then move on. Now, if they are interested, then move forward with showing them what it is and what it's about. And then the next thing is objective formula. Now, I know this looks like chicken scratch, and this looks like, some algebra. Believe me, I looked at it after I did it, and it didn't look right. So, we're going to just move through it line by line. So, first of all, these are 2 scenarios in which you can make $1,000. One is you bring in personally 6 people. If you looked at the Empower Network stuff, you already know how that works with how the money's made. So, I'm not going to jump into that here. You bring in 6 people, and 6 people join you. At $125, this is all based on the Inner Circle program as well as the $25 program. So it's different if you're just talking about referring people to the blog. But if you want to make some, serious money, come on, another $100, whatever. Especially when you get paid, bringing the first person in, you get that money back. So you bring 125 times 3 is 375. If plus, the $20 affiliate fee minus the $20 affiliate fee minus 125, which is your purchase of the product, which is that you getting that back. You've already made $230. That means you're $770 away from getting that goal already. Now if you help, man, you can go two ways. One way I'm not going to discuss in this video in depth, but if you bring in 10 people, you've actually made $875, and subtract all is said and done, you've actually brought in $720 of pure profit. If you help 6 people get to 250, which is just 4 people, you get 3 times 250, which equals $750, plus 230, which equals $990. So you bring in really 7 people plus that, you've already overshot the $1,000 person. Now, if you have not seen the Empower Network thing, please go and see how that comp plan works, because this is gonna mean this isn't gonna mean the same thing if you haven't seen that comp plan. Because if you haven't seen the comp plan, then you don't know you get paid instantly. When I say instantly, I'm talking about that money goes from their account to your account. So if you haven't seen the comp plan and know how the comp plan works, then this is going to sound different. So I implore you to go on a website and go to Empower Network Comp Plan. Do not join that person, because that's not the same as joining your sponsor. But go to type in Empower Network Comp Plan on YouTube, either on your phone or on your computer, and look at that, and it will tell you what it is. So guys, with that said, this is the formula. This is basically how to kind of get started, the general guideline, and this is the plan to make it work. So I hope this was useful to you. So until next time, thank you, and signing out.